Hi, my name is Andy. I have an auction on eBay that I've launched today, and I'm selling, I'm auctioning off my Castlevania video game. It's the Nintendo version, the first Castlevania Nintendo released in the US. So I took like a bunch of pictures of it. What's special about this game is that it's sealed. It's literally sealed. It's brand new, and there's obviously some, you know, the box has a little bit of wear on the right side, but in general, it's not in horrible shape for something that was released in '87 or '88. As you can see here, you can see like the back of the box. You see the damage here. There's little damage on the box, like little creasing, crushing. You see this? It's sealed by you see the seal lines? This is called an H seal because it's the shape of an H. It has a line across the back of the box, and on the spine of the box there's two lines to make an H shape. This is one way you can tell it's authentic, that it wasn't resealed. I'm not sure if people can even reseal these days with this kind of seal. I'm not sure if the machinery is available for this. So you can tell that there's sun damage on this box. It's faded. The logo here is like lighter orange, while the other side is darker. It's red, like the back here, the red. Yeah. So the back is not faded. It's nice, but the front is faded. You see that? Like, you see where the A is? The NIA part, it starts to get faded in the logo, and then it goes all the way down near Dracula's chin. And then so basically the middle of the box is faded. You see how Belmont, the main character, he's faded, the castle is a little faded. But as you get down to his like kind of his bottom area, it's the color comes back. So the fading is only in the middle area. It's not too bad, but it's definitely noticeable. And this will affect the grade if you want to grade your game. If you believe in grading, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of grading, but I mean I could grade this game by sending it into like a grading company, but like I chose to sell it in this form, which is called, people refer to it as a raw game. It's not graded, and I don't really care for grading really, because I think that, you know, it's pretty easy to kind of grade a game, in my opinion. It's not that hard. If you have eyes, you know, you can kind of, like, with experience buying and trading games, you can kind of learn, you know, by just looking at a game quickly if it has a good grade or not. So this game is a tough grade, I think, because if I sent this into like a grading company, they would definitely automatically put it at most an 8, just because it's faded. And then the right side of the box is pretty bad right here. See that? There's creasing and pretty much tiny little dents on the right side. The game, it's funny because with the photos make it look worse. Like, you see these little dimples here on the left. The photos make it look worse. And when I look at the box live, it looks better. The photos make it look worse for me. It makes it stand out more. Yeah, so if you're visually inspecting the box, if you're like a grader, it actually doesn't look as bad as this. It's the images make it look, the pictures make it look worse. And I do notice that the best one of the best things about this game, the sealed game, is the seal. The seal is like really nice. I think it's really tight and perfect right now. It doesn't seem to be, coming loose, or there's no holes or cuts or gaps or any punctures, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't seen any. So you see how like right here that it's turning yellow here? That's fading right there from the sun. That's sun damage. Yeah. Yeah, so this game is a later version. It's not the first release of the game, so it's not as valuable. It might have been released like late '87, like December maybe, or even in 1988. And how you can tell is that they have an oval seal quality here, and it says Rev A, and it has a TM trademark here. So this all indicates as a later release. The first release has a round seal and none of this Rev A stuff and trademark stuff. And also, the first release, the major difference is that the back has a hang tag, which this doesn't have. See that? There's no tag here. So this is a later release. So the first version is very rare. Very, very rare, especially in a sealed state. So I'm not sure if you guys know this, but like last year, I think around this time, well, maybe in March of last year, one sold on eBay. One of these games sold on eBay, Castlevania 1, sold on eBay for over $90,000, which is apparently a record for a game, any single game sold on eBay. $90,000, yeah. And it was a real sale. The guy really won. It was a bidding war basically, and the guy who won, he was interviewed by all these like YouTube channels and stuff, and he definitely bought the game. It was like a perfect. It was like a very perfect copy. I think he ended up grading it at CGC, and they gave it a 94. Or 94 or 9.4. I can't remember if they grade it out of 100, but it's basically a very high grade. And I think there's only like 2 in existence with that kind of grade, yeah, right now, and he owns one of them. So this game is probably gonna grade. I mean, if I were to grade this game, or if I were to send it in, I think it would get like a 6.5, in my opinion. But it could grade. It's not going to grade an 8, I don't think. I think that's impossible. But it's anywhere from me, like a 6 to an 8, in my opinion. Now, I don't think it'll grade an 8, because an 8 is it's like all the 8s I've seen seem to be better examples, especially without the sun damage. And creases, some of them have really bad creases too and still get an 8, so it's hard to say. But like I have quite a few of them, so I think I don't get an 8. But I think this might grade as a 7 or 7.5 even. It's possible. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you guys about my auction. So I have no bids yet. There's still 6 days left. It's only been 24 hours, but there's 15 people watching it, which is the important thing. And also, I got like a lot of views already. I got like maybe like 200 views almost. And I'm starting the auction at $1,600. And I don't know. I have no idea like how much it would sell for. So I got a message from someone who wants to buy the game or bid on it, and he actually asked me like, if I'm willing to do a buy it now, which is like sell it to him, like just throw out a price and see if he'll be willing to buy it, right? And just end the auction, right? But I was like, no, I don't want to do that because first of all, I'm kind of curious like how high this auction can go and how many people will bid on it. Like I'm just curious. So I just told him, I said, I'm just gonna let it run through the 6-day period. And a lot of people who I watched a lot of YouTube videos and they're saying how like people are saying how like this game, I mean these games a lot of times they end early, these auctions, because people end up negotiating a price among the seller and the buyer, and they kind of end the auction early, so they never end after the actual end time of the auction. So I kind of didn't like that because I feel like it's kind of unfair if you start an auction and you don't end it. You end it early. I don't know. I feel like I just feel bad about that. And I know I risk selling this for only like maybe one bid or no bids, but I don't mind that. I just want to. I'm just curious. Something in this condition, if it would sell, even I don't know. Like when I bought this, I didn't really think it was in great condition especially because of the sun damage. But then, as time went by, I bought this like 2 years ago. As time went by, it felt like I was watching a lot of like game collecting sites and like videos, and this game has just gotten like more popular as a as a grail, what they call a grail item. So in my opinion, there's like 3 games, Nintendo games, American Nintendo games that maybe hold the most value in the collecting community now. And number 1 is probably Super Mario Brothers, right? And number 2 is probably Zelda. But I think this is the 3rd game that you would want to collect, sealed, brand new. That's like one of the grails, the 3 grails. And I mean, in my opinion, I'd rather have this game than those 2 games because I think Castlevania is just a more fun game in my opinion. It's also like it's more of an adult game, right? Like a rated R game. Like Nintendo doesn't really have like rated R games, right? But if there was a rated R game, this would be it's a horror game. You're fighting Dracula and monsters, right? So that's cool. As a kid playing this game, like you felt like, wow, I'm like fighting evil, right? So it's like, to me, it's like as an adult collector now, I'm like, well, this is something I want to collect because of nostalgia and the fact that this game made me feel like more adult when I played it as a kid, right? Like unlike Mario Brothers, right? So this game holds a special place in my heart a little bit, I guess. Yeah, so that's why when I bought this game on Yahoo Auctions. Yeah, so Yahoo Auctions is a Japanese auction site. It's based in Japan, and like they it's pretty much the place to go to like buy Japanese stuff, right? Like to bid on Japanese goods. And that day this auction just came on. I don't know. I guess I was recommended it. I don't remember how I even found it. I stumbled across it, and I was shocked that they had at the auction, the person auctioning the game said that it was a sealed copy, which is crazy rare. So then obviously got a lot of bids, and I was shocked that I was able to win it. Okay. And I think I was able to win it because the photos that were taken of the game was terrible. Like, it looks so bad, this game. Like, these photos, I took these photos myself, right, of the game. And I feel like the game actually looks better in real life. But those photos that they took were so bad, it made the game, like, look really washed out even more. Like to me, those photos made me feel like, wow, the game is not in great condition. Like, I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't bid this high. But I just put in the bid that I felt like I was, I was happy with, and then I actually ended up winning it. Yeah, so it was still expensive for a game. Okay, I'm not gonna say how much I paid for it, but obviously I paid less than 1,600 because this is what I'm trying to get for right now, right? So I can tell you I paid less than 1,600 for it. Um, I paid way less than 1,600. I don't want to I don't want to say how much exactly, but I definitely paid way less than 1,600. It wasn't even close to 1,600. Okay, because I probably wouldn't spend like over $1,000 on a game. It'd be really hard for me to spend that kind of money. So it was definitely under $1,000. I can tell you that. Okay, but it's still a lot of money. It was still like hundreds of dollars. Okay, so I'll keep that's all I'm gonna say. It was hundreds of dollars, but under $1,000. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know this. I mean, so the guy that email. I mean, not email. He messaged me through eBay. He's like, oh. He said your game could either sell for $3,000 all the way to like $8,000. He thinks, or maybe even $10,000. I'm like, no, that's not. I don't think it's possible. Yeah. So, and then we kind of talked about the condition, amongst ourselves, and he's like, well, it's most likely because he didn't really look at it carefully the first time. So he's like, okay, fine. I looked at it carefully, and because he has a lot of experience with this, he's a collector too. So he's like, oh, I think it'll sell for between 3 and 6. He's like, he'd be shocked if it sold for less than 3. And it would be more shocking if it sold for more than 6, okay, in this market. So today's July 23rd, I believe, 2025. So he's like, yeah, if it sells, it'll probably sell between $3,000 and $6,000. Which, if it does, I'd be amazed. I mean, I would be so happy. I mean, I'd be happy with 3,000. I'd be happy with 1,600 actually. That's why I put this amount down because I was like, well, if I even get this, I'd be happy, right? So this is like kind of an experiment for me. It's like I wasn't sure if it will sell at all, but maybe it will sell, and I think it's gonna sell because he claimed, the guy who messaged me. He's like it's gonna sell for sure. And he's going to be bidding on it for sure, he said. And he's hoping that he can win between that range. Because he's not going to go crazy, right? Because he has a budget. He didn't tell me his budget, though. So all I really need is for a couple people to bid on it. And it should go up, in my opinion, beyond like $3,000, yeah. But if there's more bidders, then maybe it'll go as high as 5 or 6. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So I will have the day. I think the next video on this series would be. I guess it will be another video, a follow-up video where, like a few minutes before the auction ends in another week, I will make another video, and I'll do a screen capture. Like now, right now I'm doing a screen capture on my phone, and kind of like talk about, like, kind of share with you guys the experience of this auction ending, yeah, and see how much I get for this game, and yeah, we'll talk then.